So I just want to say, yo, no, why you want to listen to
Unranked GM. You've seen the challenge before. Top player, fresh account, climb to Grandmaster. Pretty typical. But what about doing it with no HUD? That means no crosshair, no health bars, no alt status, nothing. I actually searched for this challenge half a year ago while still in college because I wanted to watch someone do it first. Unranked GM, no HUD. I thought surely someone's done it, but all I found were a few one-off games, some chat-picked heroes, usually in quick play. But a full ranked climb from bronze to Grandmaster, one win on every hero with no HUD, no one has done it yet. That's when it clicked. If no one else would, why don't I do it? I'm not some top 500 player, but I reached Celestial 2 in season 1.5 with a 72% win rate, solo queue only. I played mostly Invisible Woman at the time. I figured I've got the mechanics, I've got the game sense, so I made the rule. Win one ranked match on every hero, HUD completely off. Once that was done, the spin wheel took over. It picked my role, then it gave me 3 heroes from that role in case of bans or one tricks. It forced me to learn everyone just to earn the right to choose. It was painful. I wanted to give up so many times, but I knew that if I didn't do it, someone else might beat me to it. So I did not stream the whole thing. I kept it hidden for 3 months, until now.
Plasma burst!
I wanted to start this challenge on hard mode, so I picked Black Widow. Turns out, I made the right call.
Defensive layers. Nice.
Executioner!
My first match in Ranked, and I felt completely naked. I couldn't see the text box, I couldn't see the scoreboard, and I couldn't see my ult status. Every time I scoped was jarring. All it did was zoom in the screen. I guessed every time I took a shot. Because I couldn't see my own health bar, I didn't know when I was low. I also felt like I didn't know what was happening because I died so often. And every time I died, I asked the same question. Where the hell is my team? But without a HUD, I'd never know. On my main, I peaked Celestial 2, but here in Bronze, I got carried by Bronze players in Bronze.
Raccoon.
Yeah, I'm a pocket you Punisher. I'm a distinct.
Yeah. All right. Nice. You also probably noticed the edit we made for Black Widow. Since I made it a rule to win on every hero in the game, I'm playing them from my weakest to my strongest, and each one gets a cinematic intro. All 39, one by one.
See a hero fail. Die trying.
The Panther is ready to hunt. Bast has arrived. I am ready to hunt. Tremble before Bast!
I hate fighting Black Panthers in high elo. They're either free kills or actual nightmares. I myself have never played them before. I have about 10 minutes in the practice range before queuing a comp game in this challenge. I knew how it should look. Dash resets, 180 flakes, instant kills. I couldn't do any of it. My DPI was too low, my aim was too slow. I felt like the tickle monster every dive. I would miss, whiff, and just die. I can understand why a majority of dive DPS players are usually 50-50 on whether or not they're skilled. I can also understand the frustration of countering dive now. The enemy team had a Penny, and I was the only one clearing the nest. Most times I try to kill a nest, I die instantly from all the spider bots.
No! Oh my god, there's...
But I couldn't swap. I needed the win. So I stayed. I struggled. And somehow, I managed to barely scrape by and win.
I got rose gold on my wrist, I don't wear electric. Too many zeros on a chip, can't count it. 30 Sherman on my Jimmy, bitches slipping Hendrix. Wet hair, don't care, feeding you eccentric. ASOP, I got soft skin. GOAT, I went Ben 10. You shoot me, I stay clipping. Yes, I push pin. Ladies and gentlemen, I put this section sexy. I put this...
Spider-Man is one of those heroes everyone thinks they're good at until they dive and die. I was no different. 30 minutes of playtime back in Season 0, and here I am in Ranked, with no HUD, bumbling a combo I discovered in 2 minutes. The combo I discovered in the firing range was 2 webs, grab, uppercut, melee web shot. That was the plan, but I'd miss every time. Enemies walked away with 1 HP more times than they should have, and yet I didn't struggle. Spider-Man let me fail safely. I dove in, messed up, and still swung out like nothing happened. In Bronze, I guess that's all you need. They missed a lot. I made hundreds of mistakes, and honestly, I didn't really deserve the win, but I got away with it.
Watch out for the Dark Child! Behold, Dark Child! You let Dark Child out to play.
Magik is the only hero in this game I will never touch again. First match I had, 2 levers. I didn't even notice. I thought we were just staggering. Only near the end did I realize we were down players. Next game, a guy dies once and rage quits.
Okay. Oh, we had a lever.
I got SVP with 10 final hits, but it didn't matter. I'm not skilled enough on Magik to carry. Third game, lever. Fourth game, lever. Fifth game, I had a full team, but they played like it was free-for-all. Then came the one that broke me. Enemy Magik typed Magik diff. My tank went 3 and 14. My rocket had 17 deaths. It wasn't just a team diff, it was a team Grand Canyon. So I took a break, a whole week, came back, and immediately got steamrolled by a triple Smurf stack. One of them typed, "You don't know how to play Magik." And I just had to grit my teeth and agree, because they were right. And each match, I would ask myself if it was even possible to win. But then, everything finally clicked. I hit my combos. I made plays. I felt proud to get MVP in Bronze. Unironically, I got the win, but I will never play Magik ever again.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Punisher is Marvel Rivals' Soldier 76. Pretty bare bones, no gimmicks, just aim and shoot. I expected to whiff every shot without a HUD, especially after how Magik broke me, but then I locked him in, and it just clicked. Since there were no abilities to worry about, all I had to do was make sure to off-angle and play cover. Every fight felt pretty fair, every kill felt earned. I would even say it felt easy. After everything Magik put me through, I could finally take a short breather.
Yes, our hands. Don't let them fool you.
Behold the god of thunder!
I was a little worried about playing Thor. Since he's a melee character like Magik, I had some PTSD. But the enemy team had 2 levers. Halfway through, I stopped attacking and just waited for the game to be over. I wanted to learn him. I'd heard about the classic combo. Melee 3 times, then dash. Slam tanks, split teams, punish overextenders. But I never got the chance. They gave up halfway, and I hate that. Every match is winnable if you've got the right mindset. But they didn't even try.
Isn't very nice. Let's do this. You're mine.
Wolverine was pain. 4 matches, 3 losses. Without a HUD, I kept dying without knowing I was low. And it wasn't just a mechanical skill issue. Because Wolverine has a second life as a passive, I'd never know when it was used. By game 4, I gave up trying to brawl it out. I stopped committing to long fights. I dive in, grab tanks, get out fast, just enough to harass and escape without ever triggering the passive. And it worked. I won. It wasn't the way I wanted, it wasn't flashy, but I won.
Jesus Christ. Did I win? Oh my god. Oh, that guy was carrying.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
Groot was broken last season, and I knew it firsthand. As a support main, nothing tilts me more than getting heal blocked by a well-placed Groot wall. After facing enough of them in high elo, I understood the playstyle. But since his cooldowns got nerfed, I couldn't track them in teamfights. I'd end up just spamming the wall button and hope it was back up. If it wasn't, I died. Without any movement abilities, I just got lit up. I felt useless without walls. I still won, but it was hard staying in one piece while getting gunned down and trying not to end up looking like Swiss cheese.
We are Venom. How delicious.
Venom scared me going in. I figured I'd dive in and just fall apart.
Oh shit. Oh fuck, I'm dead.
And that's exactly what happened. I died multiple times trying to run, thinking abilities were up when they weren't. Every backline dive became a guessing game. I'd sit there, counting seconds in my head before hitting buttons. I never knew how long I could stay in. I just had to guess and spam buttons. But Venom's kit, it's pretty forgiving. I was able to get in and out the majority of the time and just be a menace in the backline. I do feel that the damage is pretty bad though. Even with the HUD, I feel like his damage is lacking. As a support player, I've been able to 1v1 Venoms and win or survive long enough that he has to leave. I think even if I were to play with a HUD, it'd be hard to kill half-decent supports who play patty cake when they take damage. But even with all that, I won my first match with him. And with it, finally, I climbed out of bronze. After a week of pain, I was in silver.
Final score.
Oh my god.
3-2-2.
Alright, straight to silver.
气贯长龙。
My fist is fired up. God damn!
I love Iron Fist. He's the reason I picked this game up in the first place. So when I finally queued him, I expected to have a good time. What I got was pain.
Disappear!
Oh fuck, what the?
Let's keep fighting.
His parry only gives a shield if you get hit while using it, but in low ranks, they missed constantly. I dive in, parry too early, and just stand there, waiting to die. Even worse, I couldn't track his cooldowns. The parry cooldown gets shorter with each punch you land, but with no HUD, I had no idea how many hits was enough, especially mid-dive. Sometimes I had it, sometimes I didn't. Eventually, I stopped diving for kills. I just forced cooldowns, blocked healing, and helped my team clean up. Not the Iron Fist I wanted to be, but a win was a win. Let's go.
Woo! I never miss. All I need now is targets.
Hawkeye was the first hero I touched in this game. He felt like Hanzo, my Overwatch main, so I picked him up pretty fast. I queued him in silver since I figured he would get banned past gold this season, and I expected an easy win. Instead, I couldn't land anything. Without his crosshair, I couldn't tell how far his arrows would shoot. I missed all my shots from far away trying to play him normally. so I gave up on sniping. If I couldn't aim from far away, it's better to get in close and treat Hawkeye like a shotgun with one bullet. Get in close and shoot at point blank. I didn't expect to play him this way, but I got the win, barely.
4, 2, 2, 0.
Time to reap some souls. My crow's hunger.
I don't really play Hela, but she's hit scan, so I expected her to be tough, but surprisingly, she wasn't. Without a crosshair, I stopped fixating on where to aim and just trusted the center of the screen. Shoot, adjust, shoot again. I sniped an Iron Man across the map like it was nothing. After everything I'd been through, I was shocked at how much I'd improved. I was actually getting used to playing like this, and because the game's in third person, I realized I could kind of aim through Hela.
Oh my god, I'm so good.
It was less about precision and more about the feel. It's not that the challenge got easier, I just started to understand how to play without needing all the usual crutches.
Assemble! America never surrenders.
Captain America, I expected pain, but Cap in low ranks, you just have to survive.
Holy fuck.
Run at them, be annoying, live longer than they do. 2 games in, and I had it down. I stopped trying to babysit the front line and started choking out the back line. It wasn't about tanking, it was about denying heals and spreading democracy.
Oh man.
3, 2, 2.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
After a few cleaner games, I thought the worst was behind me. Then I queued Storm, and it was terrible. First match, SVP, and still lost because someone rage quit after getting asked to swap. Then another full game.
Oh man.
Another SVP, another loss. At the time, I thought it was just unlucky matchups. But after each game, I checked the recap. Teammates were panic swapping mid-fight, typing in team fights, rage quitting. I hadn't noticed any of it. With no HUD, I couldn't see the chat box. No way to see them fight each other. I just kept playing, stayed locked in, and stayed alive.
It is actually ridiculous how trash these people are. Oh my god.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Eventually, I won. Not because I carried, but because I didn't crumble.
Jesus Christ.
Maximum pulse! I hope Friday got that on video.
First Iron Man game, trash.
Maximum pulse!
What? I didn't kill anyone? Are you? How? How?
I got SVP and still felt like I was solo queuing in a PvE lobby. One of my supports, Rocket, just stood there.
What? How do we get pushed back so far? What the fuck is that, Rocket?
I would fly down, low HP, spamming,
I need healing.
literally floating in front of him. Nothing. He wasn't aiming, he wasn't healing, he wasn't even typing, just sitting there, AFK. When he did heal, it looked like he was hoping to heal someone by spamming in a corner.
Serious. You cannot be serious. You cannot be fucking serious. How do we lose that?
Second match, I won. I played pretty safe, played lots of cover, made sure to run right into supports if I needed help. But the enemy team had 2 levers mid-game, and nothing kills the Iron Man fantasy faster than farming bots with a laser beam.
Final score 3-2-0.
I'm ready to soar. Watch me soar!
First Psylocke game, I lost.
Didn't expect to win them all.
I kept dying mid-fight and couldn't figure out why.
Wow, that got nobody.
And then it hit me. I was double dashing without realizing it, burning both cooldowns just to reposition, then jumping into fights with nothing left. Second match, I slowed everything down.
Judge, jury.
Played corners, peeked safe, counted cooldowns in my head. I didn't top frag, and it wasn't flashy, but I lived, and that was good enough.
It's spider time!
I shouldn't have had fun here. I really shouldn't have. But Penny, this hero is busted.
Here's the way back. I've got yours. Here's the way back. I've got yours.
I won my first match, didn't die once. Just set up spider nests and watch people explode like it was Looney Tunes. My friend taught me a strat. Stack a bunch of mines to make a nuke. Someone walks in, they die. Someone thinks about flanking, dead instantly. Penny's so broken this season, even high elo players don't know what to do against her. I know I should feel guilty, but I don't. Penny definitely gave me some time for a breather after crashing out in low elo.
You should have done that the whole time. Yeah, that strange actually helped me get back to playing. Like he was.
I'm Hawkeye. Ow! No smashing us now! Hulk smash!
You ever discover something that makes the game feel easy? I was in the firing range messing around on Hulk because I'd barely touched him before. Then I realized, if you hold jump while attacking, you can just keep the jump charge and still attack at the same time. And I know it seems obvious, but I don't see very many people play Hulk like this, surprisingly. All I did was jump in, smash, get a shield, bounce out, over and over. Nobody could stop it. For once, I wasn't struggling to survive. I wasn't praying for support to look at me. I wasn't mentally disintegrating. I was winning.
Bro, who the fuck is stopping me?
Pretty easily too. And I should have known right then something was coming.
Well,
Final score 3
that right.
0.
Just like the pressure of the ocean, I shall crush our foes.
I figured Namor wouldn't be that bad. I knew Namor's trident was a projectile, and I've played other projectile heroes before, but something about Namor's, it just felt wrong. I could never tell how far to lead shots or how fast they traveled. Without a crosshair or any sort of feedback, I'd aim where I thought it should land and miss every time.
Bro, what the fuck? That is... What the... Our team? Oh fuck. Well, you know, that was a fucking dumbass thing to do.
I had 4 straight losses in a row, and by now, I was tired of missing, of guessing, of all the Smurfs. By game 5, my team actually played pretty well. I placed my squids in good positions, my tridents hit, it was the first time pieces clicked, and I was ready when they did. It still didn't feel like I was dominating, but it was a win I fought hard for.
Final score, 3.
Did 6 times, but it was my own fault.
Fantastic! Whoa! Ha-ha!
I remember Mr. Fantastic being awful on release. I never understood how to play him, didn't want to, but for this challenge, I gave him a shot, and to my surprise, it clicked.
Holy... Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, he's so good.
Keep going.
I found a combo that got me into his inflated form fast. Punch, E, punch, grab, punch, E, boom, inflated. It let me frontline for tanks that couldn't hold space, but over time, I realized that this form wasn't always needed. Just using E to peel for supports was faster, safer, and way more effective. I even discovered you could drag his punch to hit multiple enemies. I went in expecting a throwaway hero, but I walked out with a potential main and a free ticket to gold.
That's crazy. I'm surprised I didn't die. Holy fuck. Hey, hit gold.
Legendary! Coming right at ya!
Star-Lord is a hero I never expected to do well on, but here I was, landing shots, moving smooth, not dying.
Oh, thought you had me. I shut down Rocket's beacon.
Oh my god. Oh no!
Did you see that? Well, are we doing this or not?
Bro, come on. The point, the point.
It was actually kind of boring how well I was doing. I think it's fair to say that at this point, I've gotten used to hit scan heroes without a HUD, and I don't actually have much to say about Star-Lord. I think he's kind of a boring hero to play in my opinion, and it doesn't take much to get good at playing him.
Armed and dangerous! Again! Again!
With Winter Soldier, I played careful, used cover, off-angled, stayed alive. And it worked, but his gun is projectile, and without a HUD, I'd miss shots I'd normally hit. His ult? 1 kill, maybe 2, if they were grouped up like idiots, but it was never enough for another
Mission area. Keep going.
Stick around. Always glad to help, partner. Again!
My positioning and game sense carried me. Because my aim, it was rough. I missed way more than I should have, but the shots I did land actually mattered. I still got value, I still got MVP, but it didn't feel like I earned it. I couldn't tap into his full potential, and that stuck with me.
Oh, we have fucking nothing for that. Oh, they see 9.
It's clobbering time!
Dwayne the Thing Johnson. That's what I called him going in. Big fist, big body. What could go wrong? Everything. I walked in looking like free ult charge. I knew my supports were healing, I could feel it, but it was never enough to cover for my mistakes. Once I started losing a fight, that was it. And then it hit me. Hulk had given me some pretty bad habits. I could dive in and bounce out on him with no problem. But you can't do that with the Thing. No shield meant I had to play like I could die in 2 seconds. Hold corners, take space, get out alive. And of course, it worked. I took way less damage, and it gave my supports a real chance to keep me up.
Mag upstairs by himself.
Playing the Thing made me realize how much I relied on shields. I used to think he was a strong tank this season, but after playing him like this, I'm not so sure anymore.
Final score, 3, 2, 0.
The moon haunts you! I'm the Fist of Khonshu, protector of the overnight travelers.
Moon Knight? I expected him to feel pretty brain dead. What I didn't expect was to forget I even had abilities. Onks, I barely touched them. The whole match was just me off-angling and shooting into your crowd, farming ult charge. And honestly, this only worked because nobody knows how to off-angle. They were always clumped, so no one looked at me, and I just ended up deleting their whole team. If anyone were to have challenged me where I off-angled, it would have been a little bit harder, but it wouldn't have made me lose the game. Squirrel Girl, the official mascot of I missed, but I still won. Can't aim? No problem. Just shoot down main and let the chaos sort itself out. I played her like a turret with ADHD. I tried not to shoot down choke, but when I missed, some of them would still run into my nuts and died. I got 10 more kills than their top fragger. MVP with no sweat. It felt less like a ranked game and more like a point and click adventure game. Low effort, high reward. It was so easy, it felt illegal.
Unlucky.
Human Torch was one of the worst. First match, 1 in 5. Nobody looked up to heal me. Iron Fist and Ultron swatted me out of the sky like I didn't belong there. My team thought I was throwing.
I think Torch is throwing.
But I was trying my hardest. I couldn't swap, couldn't speak. If I mentioned I was smurfing or doing a challenge, I would have gotten flamed even harder than I did.
What the fuck? Yo, what killed that? Wow, just nobody turning around. I just couldn't do anything.
Second match, still rough. Less counters, but I barely scraped by with SVP. It took 3 games to win, and by then, I learned the rule. Play safer than safe, because in low elo, support healing is optional, and Human Torch has no second chances in the air.
Pure chaos!
Scarlet Witch was supposed to be free. No aim, no mechanics, just hold left click and win. But I lost 3 games in a row. The third game, lost to a full Smurf stack. One of them was literally named Not Smurfin'. Real subtle. My team fell apart. Panic swaps, spam typing, 0 follow-up. I kept fighting anyway. I should have learned from Human Torch. You can't rely on randoms to peel, save, or even look at you. You either force them to help or give them no choice. So I played off angles. I assassinated isolated enemies, and it was enough. MVP, finally. But for a hero that's supposed to be easy and require no aim, that run left me fried. Emma Frost, biggest Gunner bait of the century. She got insta-locked every game on release, so I never played her until now. I missed half my grabs, but it didn't matter. I'd faced enough Emmas in high elo to understand how they play, so I just copied them. Played corners, healed for supports, stayed alive just enough for everyone else to die first. It was only 1 match, but it was clean.
Jesus Christ.
Behold my magnetic mastery! Fear Magneto! Unlimited power!
Magneto was next. First match, loss. Doubled their top kills, most final hits, took more damage than our tank, and still defeat. I kept turning around mid-fight just to check if I still had supports. One was dead, the other getting spawn camped in the backline. Was I too far forward, or was I just the only one playing the objective?
Beholds the god of thunder! Good thing I was here.
How did I lose that? Look at my... How?
Second match, I played the exact same. Same aggression, same spacing, but this time, my team followed up, and we won. Magneto didn't give me any trouble, but figuring out if I was throwing or solo carrying, that was a real mind game for me.
Final score, 3,
Jesus
2,
Christ.
Extermination! Ultron reigns supreme!
I actually meant to lock Strange this game. I was saving support heroes for last since I hadn't played all the tanks yet, but some Lord Strange 420 on my team insta-locked and refused to swap. So I thought, screw it, let's get Ultron over with, and, as expected, I ended up carrying so hard, I forgot Ultron was even on my to-do list.
I wanted to save Ultron, but I guess I'm stuck playing him now. I wanted to play Strange.
A lot of people forget that Ultron's ult is for healing, not for wiping the enemy team. healing should be your priority, because even with high healing numbers, it's not burst healing unless it's with your ult. Ultron won't save anyone who's already close to dying, and that's why he feels like a throw pick half the time. Not because he's weak, but because people play him like a DPS and forget to heal. If you're picking Ultron, it's simple. Keep your other support alive. Ultron is usually the support that DPS players pick if they have to flex, and they're not very good at healing. And sure, you might get MVP, but with Ultron, that's easy. Stats don't tell the whole story.
By the Eye of Agamotto!
Doctor Strange is the reason I got into Marvel. My favorite character, no contest. But since he's a tank, I saved him for later. He ended up being the final tank I had left. First match, I lost. I played well, made good space, made sure to peel for supports and duel the other tank, but Rocket and Jeff were my supports. And let's be real, I'm not hating on my teammates for not playing well enough or to my expectations, but their ults won't save you from anything. Rocket's ult will keep you alive, but it won't heal you to full HP. There just wasn't enough burst healing.
Unlucky. Good try, guys.
Good try, good try.
Second match, nothing changed on my end. Same spacing, same pressure. This time, my team could follow up and we didn't have low burst healing. And I won. MVP, final tank down.
Where there is evil in this universe. Stronger together.
Adam Warlock's one of my favorite supports. Even though I barely have an hour on him, I like playing anti-dive, so his kit just makes sense to me. When I locked him in, someone asked me to swap.
Yo, can we get a third healer that actually focus heals?
They didn't push it and trusted me. Turns out the enemy team had a full dive comp. I got lucky. I watched their flanking Black Panther the whole game and never used Soulbond unless we needed it. Every time they dove, I shut it down. Soulbond, dive denied. MVP, easy.
That's crazy.
We are undefeatable!
Mantis was my first ever Lord. I picked her up in Season 0 and stuck with her until Invisible Woman dropped. Back then, I used to use her ult like Luna or Cloak, holding it for some perfect team save. But it's not meant to be like that. It doesn't heal enough to save a team wipe. Now, I hit it the second I smell trouble. As soon as I see a tank low HP, I just ult. And I don't play with save with her at all. I frontline with tanks. Off angle, damage boost, never heal unless they're almost half HP.
Tanks, come back, come back to point.
With Mantis, there's always constant pressure. And with damage boosts, we killed enemies extremely quick. We won clean.
Ah, they got support gapped. Plat 3, finally.
Now that I'm in Plat, I thought things would be tougher. Anything above gold usually is. But I was wrong. I don't care what people say. Jeff is not just a baby. Don't let them trick you. He's a demon in disguise and wants to kill everything in his path. I might be the only person who actually enjoys his rework. He plays like an invisible woman. Backline positioning, reactive burst healing, and pierce damage that punishes overextenders. Most Jeff mains either sit and spawn and heal bot, or run off and dive like their DPS. I didn't do either. I stayed behind the front, anchored fights, gunned down flyers, and punished anyone who dove too deep. Storm was banned, so I couldn't use Jeff NATO. But I did have one problem. When I ulted, I couldn't see who I ate. I had to guess, and in the chaos of a teamfight, I guessed wrong and swallowed my own Spiderman instead of the enemy. Still, I think the rework's actually solid. Just don't expect the average Jeff to save you. They'll probably eat you too. Jeez. Even though I'm a support main, I never cared for Luna. Mantis just felt better, faster, more fun. I was expecting a pretty boring game, but I intended to play her the same as Mantis. And it was one of the easiest games I've ever played.
Spiderman closing. Spiderman dead. Spiderman closing.
It wasn't as bad to balance healing and DPS on Luna as I initially thought. I was worried that I might end up having to heal bot if my team took too much damage, but it ended up being fine. Mid-match, someone asked me to swap if I had under 15k healing.
Luna, if you have under 50,000 healing, please switch to like Rocket or something.
Well, I can't see my own healing because I have my HUD turned off, so I can't do that.
Press tab.
No. When you have your HUD turned off, you can't see your scoreboard. I promise you though, I have more than 15,000 healing though.
I couldn't even check, but I knew I was way over 15k. It's interesting how people always blame their supports for their mistakes, even when we are the reason they're alive at all.
I have 36k healing, by the way. I just saw it,
This is real firepower! Rocket's coming for you!
Rocket Raccoon, the comfort pick most non-support players are forced to touch. Most just heal bot and sit in the back. They did it in Season 0, they're still doing it now. I think that's boring. Rocket is not a healer. He is a strategist with a minigun. So of course, I played him like a sub DPS. I balanced healing when I had to, but if someone dove me, I didn't panic. I repositioned, turned around, and deleted them. Rocket does stupid damage up close. I 1v1'd half their team and won most of the time. That's why they're not called healers. They're supports, strategists, and Rocket, he has a lot of kill potential.
Final score, 2-2.
Your powers are mine!
Loki, god of mischief, and maybe the best support in the entire game. I hadn't played him in ranked before this, didn't matter though. I could see how to play him well right away. The only difference between me and most Loki players is that I don't like to sit still and pretend to be a clone.
They have no heals.
That was in the back line.
I held lamps to deny kills, use them preemptively, or as an oh shit button. For enemy dive DPS, Loki is the perfect counter. They need to use all their cooldowns just to get a chance to kill you.
Okay, you wanna go on attack, bro?
Loki is similar to Echo in Overwatch in that it's the pick you choose if you have good knowledge of all heroes and their abilities.
I am ready to put on a final score. 3, 2, 2.
There's always a spark of light in darkness.
Drown in the abyss.
Cloak and Dagger is the only support in the game I don't like playing. The concept is cool, swap between healing and damage. In practice, it's kind of awkward. Most players get stuck in cloak form too long and forget to heal. And I get it now. It's easy to lose track of your team when you're off chasing a low HP target. The kit wants you to be everywhere, but it slows everything down. You're not controlling fights, you're waiting for someone else to start them. It wasn't difficult, it was just boring. Not because it was a free game, but because it didn't feel like I was doing anything that mattered.
Field, good to go!
Disappear!
My final hero before the spin. My best pick, 90 hours played. She's the one that carried me to Celestial back in season 1.5. At this point, I was used to playing with no HUD. I've forgotten what it even looks like to play with one. I knew her range, her cooldowns, the limits. It was all muscle memory. It didn't even feel like a challenge anymore. It felt like I was playing a normal game of quick play. I even forgot my HUD was off in some cases.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I could imagine it there, like I was hallucinating. But of course, this is my best hero. It's to be expected that after all the time learning how to play without a HUD, it's become second nature. I felt like the challenge might have gotten too easy, but I've yet to start spinning the wheel, and I was incredibly mistaken. Now that I finished the required win on every single hero, the run changed. Every game from here on was decided by the spin wheel. It picked my role, and then it gave me 3 heroes in that role. That meant I could finally lean into my stronger picks if I got lucky, or swap if I really had to. But I had to swap with the HUD off. Even swapping heroes meant I had to keep track of where they were located in the hero selection screen, or just commit to staying locked in. Right after clearing all 39 wins, I got slammed with 4 losses in a row, straight out the gate.
Come on, man.
I thought I'd gotten decent at this challenge. I even spun some of my best heroes.
Judge, jury, executioner!
But it didn't matter. Those games crushed me.
Armed and dangerous! Dog, get...
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Again!
Just massive fucking team div, like.
5 spins later, I was on the complete opposite side. 5 wins, back to back. I didn't change my playstyle. I didn't discover some new trick. The wheel just gave me heroes I'd already learned pretty well. Honestly, it felt pretty easy. The same way the losses snapped before, now the wins did.
By the Judge, jury, executioner!
Warning. Protective shield compromised. Cease hostile.
Double KO! Gun can't
Alright.
Another epic victory! Big win!
And then came the crash. 6 straight losses. All the progress I'd made in the last few days, gone in a single night. I couldn't believe it. It felt like the game was punishing me for grinding this long. The last one stung the most. I was on Scarlet Witch, which should have been easy mode. No matter what I did, we were always down a player. Even with no aim requirements, I still couldn't carry. Right after that 6-game collapse, I ended up spinning Rocket, Raccoon, and Jeff. I started on Jeff, but his burst healing just wasn't enough to save teammates from their own bad positioning. So in the second round, I swapped to Rocket, and that's when things changed. I'd already talked about how most players healbot on Rocket and waste his potential, and I played him like I said I would. Aggressive, punishing mistakes, and still keeping my team alive. And it worked really well. I got MVP on Rocket. For me, it wasn't just a random good game. It was proof that the way I played Rocket actually worked and was very viable, even in the middle of a brutal losing spiral.
Oh my god, I carried them! The carry is real!
After that game on Rocket, I hit the worst kind of pattern. Win 2, lose 2, over and over. Whole days of grinding, and I'd end up exactly where I started. 8 hours, down the drain, stuck in the same rank. Even the next day, same thing. Win 2, lose 2. It was maddening. I stayed trapped in Diamond 3 and 2 for what felt like forever, and the stats back it up. Since I've started spinning the wheel, I've played 22 different heroes. I've lost 25 games and won 24. Basically a dead even record, which means that after days of grinding 6 to 10 hours at a time, I stayed exactly where I started, even lower. It's insane when you think about it. All that time and nothing changed. At the start in Bronze, no HUD felt like a fun quirk, but now I hate it. With the spin wheel, every spin made me question if I even had the skill to win a single game in Plat or Diamond. One of the lowest points came when I spun Black Widow. She's easily the weakest hero in the game, and the skill check is basically just an aim check. I started the challenge on her way back in Bronze because I figured she'd be impossible higher up. But now, I had to test myself again. And to my surprise, I actually played her pretty well. It still felt jarring to scope with no HUD, but it wasn't as bad anymore. Most of the time, I avoided it, but when I did use it, I landed more of my shots than I thought. Of course, I still lost, and my other DPS blamed me immediately, even though our stat line was nearly identical. I even had more final kills. They complained while they were playing Punisher, the easiest hit scan hero in the game, while I was on Black Widow with no HUD and no crosshair. I checked their profile later. They peaked GM in season 1.5, and right now, they're hard stuck flat. The next 2 days, I had 12 wins and 13 losses. hours of grinding just to end up at the exact same spot. At that point, it didn't even feel like I was climbing. It always felt like I was taking 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. And the more I tried to fight it, the worse it got. And that's when I spun Punisher. It happened right after it finally broke a loss streak. I played Punisher, and the game went horribly wrong. I played like absolute shit. My supports had 0 game sense, never turned around to heal, and I completely lost it. I died to the stupidest things, like a Squirrel Girl shooting nuts down choke while standing completely still. Every death tilted me harder because I knew I could play better. But no matter what I did, it just ended up with me feeding. Halfway through, I knew I wasn't getting any kills, even if I begged. By the end, I was 3-7, and my teammates flamed the hell out of me. It pissed me off so much. But honestly, even with a HUD, I doubt I could have carried with the way that team was playing. After a few more losses and another win on Penny, I finally got an incredibly one-sided match with Mantis. With Mantis, Cloak, and Loki, the enemy team couldn't keep up with the constant pressure and sustain we had. Mantis is basically a sub DPS, so I just ran it down mid and got rewarded for killing faster than we took damage. And right after that came one of my best Magneto games of the entire challenge. I hit a 3K that broke the entire enemy team's morale completely.
Nice.
And from there, I snowballed the match. By the end, I had the most final hits, the most kills, and only 2 deaths. It felt like the culmination of every win and loss I'd ever had on Magneto up to this point. And then the wheel pummeled me again. 3 losses in a row, on my mains as well. It pulled me straight back down. And after playing for nearly 10 hours, I had no choice but to stop for the night. The next day, I woke up and locked in harder than ever. Spin after spin, I just kept queuing. I Diamond 1, the teammates started to feel a little different. They tried harder. They actually used voice chat for callouts instead of just complaining. Up until then, I never even bothered mentioning comms because no one used them. But Diamond 1 was the first rank where it felt like players actually knew what was happening in the game and cared about their rank. And that meant I could use voice chat to carry as well. And that's when I landed Loki, twice in a row. He's the perfect anti-dive support. Immortality lamp to deny pressure, teleport to survive, and the carry potential to make up for bad teammates.
Your powers are mine!
Against the world!
In one of those games, the enemy had a weird dive anti-dive comp. They ran Namor and Hulk for the team up. Hulk would slam into our backline while Namor locked us out from diving theirs, and one of their DPS kept swapping between Spiderman and Black Panther, looking to finish the dive. On paper, it looked strong, but in practice, not really. Every time they tried to go in, I shut it down with the lamp or repositioned by teleporting. It was actually easier to play against that kind of dive because I knew exactly when and where they'd go. By the end, I was tied for the most kills of the lobby and took MVP as support. That was when I realized Loki might be the strongest carry support in the whole game.
Another epic victory! Big win!
Oh my god! Finally! Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking finally! Holy sh...
I did it, and I ended it on an MVP. I was now at the same rank as my main account this season. I had already made sure to grind that account to GM after the reset because if I couldn't do it normally, there's no way I could have done it without a HUD. And now I have no HUD, no crosshair, every hero, spin wheel and all. If you're still here, thank you. I've spent months grinding, editing, and nearly losing my mind. And I need to talk about what I saw on the way up. Back in Bronze and Silver, you saw it. There were new accounts dropping 35-0 stat lines. Imagine that's your first ranked match. You queue up, eager to learn, and run into that every single night. You don't improve, you don't climb, you just log off when some Smurf types GG easy. And let's be honest, most Smurfs aren't top 500 players. They're diamond players looking for easy dopamine or content they can't create in their real elo. Some might say, I'm carrying friends, play quick play. Boosting them robs them of real growth. It's just for clips. Clips against bronze players who don't know what they're doing is not a skill showcase. I'm practicing a new hero. This is only acceptable if you actually haven't played that hero before. Unranked to GM used to mean something. It started as a challenge. Can you really climb clean? Now, most of them are just VODs stitched together, labeled educational, but offer nothing. Creators like Awkward and Otter make educational content designed to teach you fundamentals. I personally have benefited from Awkward teaching things such as off-angling and doing as much damage as possible on support. Otter has been trying to evolve the challenge format by playing certain heroes in specific ways, like his video where he went from Bronze to Celestial without healing a single time on Rocket. They have become the gold standard. But let's be real, most of what you see today, it's just Smurf bots dressed up as coaching. Some of them don't even coach at all. They label it educational, but don't educate you on what they're doing. If your challenge is spawn camping Bronze with GM aim, that's just propaganda for ego and lazy, low effort content. So how do we stop smurfing? Or at least slow it down? We need to force phone number binding. One phone number to one account. We need actual placements. Don't drop everyone into Bronze. Only have placements if you haven't played ranked before, or we could raise the ranked level cap. Not level 15, make it level 30. That alone kills 99% of Smurf attempts. No one's grinding 10 plus hours just to throw placement matches, tank MMR, and hope they hit Bronze. Most Smurfs have fragile egos. They won't spend days losing on purpose just to dunk on new players for 5 minutes of validation. Actually, I take that back. About a week or two after finishing the challenge, I was backseat gaming for a friend playing ranked in gold. And then I saw it. One of their teammates completely threw. They went 3-15 and looked like they weren't even trying. I checked their profile. They were GM just 1 week before that match. So I kept digging. Their match history showed intentional losses over and over, dropping from GM to silver on purpose. And here's the kicker. The account was less than 2 weeks old. They made it just a Smurf, and it wasn't just them. Their encounter history on the Stat Tracker website showed a group of players queuing together, all doing the same thing. When someone complained in chat, they'd type the same thing every time. I Smurf your peak. Meanwhile, they'd go 0-22, while the enemy team cruised with barely any deaths. I spiraled. I checked every linked account, and what I found was worse than I expected. A network of fresh Smurf accounts, working together, farming low elo for fake validation. Not for clips, not for content, just for ego. It's disgusting. You know, I like winning, don't get me wrong. But if I wanted easy wins, I'd just queue on my main, Invisible Woman, with the HUD completely on, with my crosshair on, ult account ready, locked to Bronze forever. Instead, I stripped away everything. I took away my HUD, my crosshair. I randomized all 39 heroes. I forced myself to win on all of them, no matter how many games it took. And once I finished that, I let a spin wheel decide who I played next. This wasn't about ego. This was about growth. About playing blind and still learning to see. So if you're farming Bronze on an ult account, ask yourself, are you trying to get better or just trying to feel bigger?